Good morning. I'm getting ready because I have to go into the real estate office this morning, but also today I have a pre-op appointment for a nose job. Yeah, let's talk about it, why I'm doing it, all of that, and I'll bring you guys to the appointment. So basically, I've been making videos since around the time this happened, but when I was 14, I broke my nose at gymnastics practice. Not doing a gymnastics skill, people always assume it was. It was actually, I was laughing so hard that I was going down like that, and then my friend was going up. I'll see if I can get ChatGPT to make a rendering. No, my face hit the back of her skull so hard there was blood everywhere. My nose was like crooked from it. It was still to this day the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my life. It was like no doubt broken. So a week later, I was 14 and I went to the doctor. I thought they were just gonna like crack it into place or whatever, and they're like, oh, we have to do this little simple surgery called a closed nasal reduction. So that's what they did. It's not a rhinoplasty, it's just what they do. Your nose is broken. Within a week, if you go, they can kind of like reset it, but it heals with a bump on it. And they told me that after the surgery. They're like, oh yeah, it heals with a little bump. You can get that taken off one day. It's like, what? So there is a bump. I'm sure you can see it. I try and only show my good angle of my nose on camera, but yeah, it's got a little bump. And then the second thing is, after I had jaw surgery, it actually widened my nose slightly and made my nostrils a little bigger and more pronounced. So I'm used to it. I'm just like whatever about it now, but that's kind of the thing. This is not even my original nose. Like, I'm not trying to be like, save my original nose. Like, my nose has been through it. I've also had sinus surgery, which doesn't change the look of your nose at all, but well, I guess it got rid of like a deviated septum. I've always had like breathing problems through my nose, but they're mostly sorted out. This is purely cosmetic. This is like the last thing where I'm just like, I just want to be editing videos and like what I see, because I'm always seeing my face. I'm always making content and I'm always avoiding this side of my face. Like, I don't like it. I personally think it looks like a witchy, like it looks like a witch the way my nose is. It's kind of like crooked a little bit, and yeah, you probably can't tell as much in videos as I can in person because obviously I try and hide it, even subtly, even subconsciously, but like here's a close-up of my nose, and then it's also like pretty bulbous when I smile, and then here's the side. And then this side I actually don't hate. It's been like 10 years now that I've wanted to fix it, but I've always been scared to. And when I was like 21 or 22, I went to a consultation and then I was like, no, I'm too scared, And I'm glad I didn't do it then, because I think that's like too early. Like, your nose is still like growing. Your nose never stops growing, but I still think, for me, I'm just glad I didn't go then because I found a random doctor on Yelp. Like, it probably wasn't, I don't know. So this doctor, a friend of mine works for him, and she actually goes to the surgeries to record for social media. She's worked for a bunch of different surgeons, and she recommended this doctor. So I've gone to 2 consultations. I went to one like 6 months ago, and it just wasn't really gut feeling the fit. And then I went to one with this doctor. His name's Dr. Ramly, and I was like, okay, I feel like he understands what I'm looking for. This is gonna sound weird, but I actually don't want to look different. I don't want to look dramatically different. I don't want a tiny, ski slopey, obvious nose job. I just want my nose without the little bump on it, and maybe like the tip just slightly, the slightest, tiniest bit less bulbous. Very subtle. Yeah, so I know it's like, do I need to do it? Like, no, but it's just something that like still 10 years later I want to do. So I'm finally doing it. Yeah, I don't know. I always feel weird putting something like this on YouTube because I don't want to like influence people and make them think they need a nose job or something. Like, I don't think anyone really needs it. And I honestly think if I wasn't a content creator and wasn't looking at my face as much as I do every day, like, I don't know if I would even get one. Like, it's really just because it's like, I always see it All right, so I chatted with my vlog this morning about it, but I'm like, yeah, the goal is like subtle, like I still look like myself, you know, but like not the bump and like just the slightest little tiniest bit less like bulbous looking. Yeah.
Definitely. I think it's definitely feasible. And you and I have had a couple discussions now, and we've gone through the virtual planning of what your nose would look like, or at least where our aesthetic visions align. And I think we're in good alignment. In your case, what we discussed also that you have a history, you know, this nose is not really a primary rhinoplasty.
Right. It's a complicated nose, honestly.
It's definitely a little more complicated than the usual, and the reason is, you know, we talked, you've had a nasal trauma in the past, then you've had a closed nasal reduction within a week of surgery where they kind of readjusted your bones, then you've had a sinus surgery and a septoplasty where they've taken part of your cartilage from the septum, and then you've had a jaw advancement where they've literally moved part of your maxilla or this mid-face bone forward, and that actually changes the base of where the nose sits, and it tends to usually change the relationship of the ala to the tip so that there's kind of a widening of the alar base. And it also, we have to be really thoughtful about the position of the septum, the strength of the septum, the support of the tip. And so these are things between the trauma, the septoplasty, trauma, closed reduction, septoplasty, and the jaw surgery that we have to really take into consideration. So we're going to review your imaging, your operative reports. We're going to go in there and really evaluate the anatomy and take that into consideration to strengthen the support of your nose and to use cartilage and cartilage grafts very thoughtfully to provide support, but also to preserve as much of your anatomy and not cause any undue risk.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm like, if it's too risky to do something because it's just been through a lot, then we don't need to do anything too crazy. I'm nervous, and now I'm like, I gotta go get my blood drawn, which is so fun. But I think it'll be good. I feel good about it. I feel as good as you can. There's always a little unknown, you know? It's like you can do the like pre-visualize it, but you know, it's never gonna look exactly like that. And
I think
so,
you've been great. I mean, you've been so good about communicating what you have in mind and the things that you want and the things you don't want. And even when we discuss like inspiration photos, it's obvious that not only have you thought about it, but you're a great communicator. So that helps
I feel like
me
it's important
as a surgeon make sure that we're aligned and deliver what you have in mind. So thank you for that.
Yeah, happy to. I've learned from getting my hair done. I'm like, wait, like if you don't just show what you want, yeah, it's like if you're just like, oh, I trust whatever. It's like, no, like just show a picture, then you actually get kind of on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay, I just about have the Culver City neighborhood tour done. I think it's really good. It's extremely in-depth. If you guys want to give it a watch, I'll link it below on my LA real estate channel. The channel, it's basically for anyone moving to LA and they want to learn about the neighborhoods or the market. We are starting today with a dentist appointment, just the annual, well, semi-annual, I do this twice a year, cleaning at Dr. Adelbor's. So let's go. I always find street parking here because I don't care how rich I become. I just don't like paying for parking.
Oh, looks like you're starting to develop one here.
No.
Don't do that to me.
No, I'm like so good about brushing and flossing, but my teeth are just, it's like a genetic thing, right? Some people.
Yeah, I swear, yes. Yeah, you're right. 100%.
I heard that.
I do think you're developing something here.
Yeah. Okay, teeth are clean. Now we're just gonna make a quick little TikTok to a sound I found.
It's opinions based.
No, there are some stats that actually come out that's...
Yeah, it's still opinions based. Some people have more popular opinions than others.
Love getting my teeth cleaned and then just immediately like putting coffee all over it again. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna film a little bit today. Actually, I don't really have to do a whole lot of real estate stuff today, which is cool. Tomorrow I do, Saturday. Can I just say, I don't really like these sunglasses. I just ended up with them, and yeah, I need to get some new ones I actually like. They're just too big for my face.
100 million people learning about the importance of family history, the importance of genealogy in 7 days.
So this right here is a state park and it's just right outside Culver City. So I decided to stop by for the video, the neighborhood tour I'm doing for my LA real estate channel. It's kind of funny because they have the oil rigs in the distance. So all this footage is for the video on the LA real estate channel. As you can see, there's like this big reservoir. It's over 400 acres. It's really cool. You have to pay $10 to park, but people were commenting on TikTok. There's also an area where you can park for free. I made a TikTok of this too, and I hate that some of the comments are like super negative because I'm just showing people a cool thing in LA. But then there are people who are like, you clearly don't know anything if you've never like don't know if you think this is underrated. And I'm like, okay, not everybody knows every single little tiny pocket of LA. Like, just because you know it doesn't mean that everyone does. And I'm just really frustrated with the internet sometimes. And if you've heard of bean soup theory, yeah, it's a real thing. It's so much worse on TikTok than anywhere else, but I feel like sometimes LA natives have this kind of superiority complex over transplants. And it's like, all right, good for you that you had the privilege of being born in one of the best cities in the world. Not all of us were so lucky, and like, there was no choice. I didn't decide that I had to grow up in Federal Way, Washington. You know, it's like, I don't know. I'm just sick of it. And lastly, here's me being super cringe and getting the thumbnail shot in public. But I went into the visitor center and it reminded me of how, like, I thought I didn't like history growing up. And it's really just because in school, history is really only about wars. It's really just war. But I actually think history is really interesting. I just don't think the wars are that interesting. I think the history of how different areas get developed are really interesting though. Like the history of how this got developed. And like, I like the history of cities, like when I did that Griffith Park video, but that wasn't about a war. It was just about like a generous thing someone did. So, you know, if you grow up also thinking you didn't like history, maybe you do, because I actually love true stories. I think I actually love history. I think I just don't like war. So realize that about myself. All right, I think I got enough footage, so let's go. Pretty cool spot to check out though if you live in LA. And I shot all of it with just iPhone for my little tripod. Look at all the eucalyptus trees. Like, I wish you guys could smell them. They smell so good. Let's head back, finish the edit. And I need to make the thumbnail. Did I need to do this to finish the video? No, but I thought it would make it just cool and a little more interesting. I've adopted this mindset that if I'm gonna put something online, like, I might as well go all out and make it really great because it's gonna be online forever. All right, I'm going to film a just talking head video for my LA real estate channel talking about the most walkable neighborhoods in LA. And I think I might also do one about the up and coming neighborhoods, like the most affordable relative, because it's not affordable. It's still LA. It's not affordable compared to the rest of the US. I just stopped at Target because I'm having like 5 friends over this evening for a nose funeral. I saw that on TikTok and I thought it was funny. And we're not actually doing anything funeral-like, just gonna open some wine and order pizza and hang out. But I didn't even have enough wine glasses, so I had to go get some. We'll do a little sparkling rosé, and they had flowers at Target. Thought, why not make my place look cuter? Ready. How silly is that? It's a little ridiculous. Happy Sunday. It's the day before my nose job. So, you know, I'm not gonna be able to film for a while, so I'm going to make some short form content today. And my mom will be getting here later because she's going to pick me up from the surgery. Yeah, I don't expect it to be like too bad of a recovery, just in comparison to jaw surgery. So I'm getting some good feedback on my LA real estate content. So this one I'm making, it's going to be like a TikTok about like the most underrated walkable home for sale right now. It's this one in Culver City. I just drove over here and a coffee shop just opened up near it that looks really cute. So let's go check it out, and I'll make a little like this could be a day in your life type of thing. This is my favorite house for sale in Culver City because of how walkable it is. Maybe 400 feet away is a brand new coffee shop that you can walk to. This just opened. It's so close to the house, and they also have some food options. So from the house, you're also about only a 5-minute walk from the cutest little park. And it's a nice... All right, look who made it. Barely. Oh, I know that drive can just feel sometimes like so tiring after. I don't know about you. You're probably tired.
It was so easy. I have nothing to complain about.
Okay, good. Yeah, Sundays are a good day to do it. Say our condolences to my nose.
Aww.
How it is now.
Are you taking lots of shots?
I just took a couple because I was like, oh, I should. Like, I don't know, before I forget or something.
You know, the weird thing I was thinking, your jaw surgery was so much more than I had realized it was going to be.
Oh,
I thought it
really?
was just going to be lower, but you know, all the upper...
Yeah.
So the swelling was just crazy.
So crazy.
Don't you think this is just going to be cake?
In comparison, yeah. Like, from what I've heard from people, like, I don't want to jinx it, but from what I've heard, I'm like, oh, you know, you're swollen. I think it can look pretty bad, though. Sometimes people, if they break the bone, the bruising is much worse.
Yeah, because you get, like, black eyes.
Yeah, because I didn't get any bruising, like, really, I don't think at all with the jaw, because it was so internal.
You had yellow. Remember the yellow?
Oh, a little, yeah. But it wasn't as scary in that sense. It just looked like my face has, like, heavy, I guess. So, yeah. I should probably charge this camera. But, yeah. It's like, I'm a little nervous, but not for the, like, pain part, just for the, oh, I hope I like the outcome, you know, there's...
But you won't know the outcome for, like, what?
Really a while. Yeah, I mean, because you'll see it, but it's like a week later that's so swollen that that's not really it. It takes a full year for swelling to like really go down.
Yeah.
And I know so many people who have gotten nose jobs at this point, and that's so true because I've just seen some like after, and then a year later I'm like, oh wow, you know, it looks just like better, I guess. But usually they always still look good like a week after. I'm so like, okay, I see the vision, you know.
It's in there.
It's just a little puffy, but yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I had a nose funeral with my friends and I put it on the TV. Hey, we are going to dinner. We're going to Elefante, and that place is so good. I'm so excited. I'm
The
good
name
and
is
hungry.
Elefante. That doesn't.
Elefante.
That's
like
what I'm gonna look like when we leave.
Me too. I'm about to go to sleep, but yeah, tomorrow is the surgery, and I'm like a little nervous, not really that much for like the surgery part, kind of dreading the anesthesia, the grogginess, don't love that, and just, you know, all of that, but more, I guess, just being like, okay, like, you don't even get to see what it looks like right after, you know, it's like you have to wait like a week and then really like months because swelling, and so I'm like, oh, I hope I like it. You just never know 100% for sure. So yeah, but I guess this will be the last shots. This was always the angle I've hated of it. This angle, you can tell more that it's like, I don't know, from this angle I never minded too much, but this one,